Finally, we got the full 6 years of Donald Trump's federal tax returns were released today by the House Ways and Means Committee in a long legal battle. Trump doing almost everything in his power to attempt these things from not being released, but the legal process plays out, and the vote by the House Ways and Means Committee, which happened a couple of weeks ago, and they have now been released fully to the public the past 6 years, so 2015 through 2021. And there are some pretty important takeaways that um need to be looked at and analyzed, and we need to look at their implications. Obviously, these tax reports are hard to decipher for normal people who aren't really familiar with the tax code or what certain wording means and certain um, things that only a rich guy like Trump with all and his large company the tax elements that would only be present for companies like that. So the top tax experts and people with more information about this whole thing have given us key takeaways, and CNN has a good article summarizing um all of it. The first thing that they note is questionable tax claims regarding his children and interest on loans. These numbers looking suspiciously around $18,000 exactly, $8,715, 24,000, 19,605, and we don't. And these tax experts um say that they don't know whether the loans were arm's length transactions or whether they were disguised gift, and that could trigger the gift tax and disallowance of interest deductions by the related borrowers. So we certainly need to take a deeper look into Trump's financial dealings and transactions with his own children. Perhaps they were able to skirt some laws that are now coming to light in this new tax report. As this expert said, it's very unusual to have interest in the round numbers that they reported for these four key values. Um, as I said before, just a years long fight happening over this. Trump was the first president to not release his tax returns during the 2016 campaign. He said that they would be coming after the audits were completed, but then that never really happened, and constantly saying that he was under audit and that most people would not understand. But skipping down a little bit, we see that there were they only did one mandatory audit during the full Trump term for 2016, and that didn't even come after the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee sent a letter to the IRS asking them to do that. So, as much as we can get takeaway for Trump's personal life, we also have to look at the IRS as a whole and their ability and willingness to audit presidential tax records, which is supposed to happen automatically, and quite concerning that those weren't going on. So perhaps the new overhaul of the IRS that Joe Biden is instituting will be able to um, fix that. One thing we had suspected that could have that could result in a PR trouble for Trump, foreign bank accounts while in office. There was speculation before. Does Trump have loans or any other type of ties to foreign countries that could create a conflict of interest with him being the president, and the tax records do indeed show that, including a bank account in China, UK, Ireland, those countries, and a very long list of all these countries here, which you can see. And just the final thing, no charitable deductions in 2020. Trump said that he would donate all of his $400,000 a year salary to charity, the presidential salary, and something he was talking about a lot, but that, according to these tax returns, that didn't actually happen unless he just didn't claim it on his taxes. And 2020 was the sole year that Trump didn't list any donations to charity. So, pretty significant takeaways from these, both at Trump at the personal level and the IRS as a whole. And we'll see if there's any new legal implications or political implications based on either prosecutorial action or the public perception of Trump and the IRS based on this release.